Hello my beautiful people, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Let's get started. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I do the 4 Nipsey Hussle braids. And to get started, I do blow dry my clients straight. If they don't have it come already done. He had it picked out, but he did not have it blown dried straight to my liking, and I recommend this strongly for any client with a tighter curl pattern. Moisture is very important to me, so like you saw me do prior to me blow drying the hair, I always put a leave-in conditioner and water mixture. The water looked a little murky, that's because there's conditioner in the water as well, but I always do that as a base for my client's hair before I blow dry it, just to ensure that there's some moisture in their hair when they get it locked up in that style that they're gonna have for the next 2 weeks or so. It's just to add moisture. I value my client's hair. I value the integrity of my client's hair so much. So yeah, so this is what it looks like when it's all blown dry out straight. And let's talk about this length, friends. When he first came to me, it was like a little nub, I promise you, but now look at all this. And what I did here is I pre-sectioned where I want the 4 braids. Not a clean part, but I just quickly sectioned it off. And then here, I went back and put edge control on the parts and then resectioned just to make sure that it was clean. I already braided this side, so I'm going to show you guys how I do the other side. Alright, this step is very crucial to the Nipsey Hussle braiding parts. If you ever look at his braids, they're not just straight back, the 2 middle braids. They start off at a loop, or they're at a loop. So what I do to ensure that it curves around instead of go straight back is I start the braid at the corner of his head, if that makes sense, or at the corner of the braid. I start it off at an angle to ensure that it curves like Nipsey Hussle's braids. And then of course I use my comb method. I'm pretty particular when I use my comb method. I have learned to braid with my fingers, so I've been just practicing that, ditch the comb sometimes. But when my clients have a thicker curl pattern like this, I just immediately grab my comb just to ensure that they get the style that they're asking for and that it comes out super duper duper crispy clean. Side note, I know you guys are probably wondering what the hell's on my fingers. I actually have psoriasis. I know, ew, gross. But it is very itchy and painful sometimes, and I work with a lot of products or wet stuff all days with my fingers, so it's just my little protection barrier so that I'm not irritating it further. Alright, and here to begin the side braids. These ones are just going to be straight back, and ignore my big head. I'll move in a second, lol. Yeah, so the 2 braids on the side are just straight back, so you can do that like normal, like I do. I just sectioned a big a big part in the front, and then I just continue my stitching as normal. Just going all the way back throughout the hair. Guys, one thing I learned when stitch braiding is that you have to make sure your fingers are centered. A lot of the times when I first began off, I noticed that my fingers naturally wanted to curve down out of comfort. But ooh, geez, I just looked at my finger. That joker looked pink. Alrighty. No, but like I was saying, yeah, you just want to make sure and concentrate in keeping that braid centered. It'll help you out in the long term. It'll help you out if you notice like your stitches might be looser on one side than the other, or if they're cleaner on one side and it's bumpier on the other side, just focus on keeping that braid center, and that'll kind of fix that. All right, I know I got a comment asking how I do the neck hairs, how I get the neck hairs into the braid very secure. And sometimes, actually it depends on the client. When I do my female clients, I typically actually leave out some of the neck hairs and kind of style them by themselves, just because it can be really irritating in the style, can cause hair bumps and all that good stuff. But with this particular client, I braided all the way down. And if you have a struggle trying to get those neck hairs in, have your client look forward. That'll kind of help you keep the braid as flat as possible to the hair and stretch out those neck hairs and allow you to grip them. So that's what I recommend to you guys.